Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be discussing my top 4 SPAC stocks for 2021, okay? And now, even though we had a bit of turmoil in the Capitol in Washington, D.C., we finally have confirmation that, Joe Biden will be the next president of the United States. And because of this, I think that most of these stocks will do particularly well, okay? And of course, I'm talking about the stimulus in green energy. And the first one on the list is Newborn Acquisition Corp, or NBAC. And this SPAC is going to reverse merge with Nuvve. I believe I pronounced that right. It's Nuvve. And then after the deal, they'll trade on the NASDAQ. Okay, so this is an electric vehicle charging company. Okay, and it's been on quite a roller coaster after the stock hiked up by 86% in the first 2 days of or a couple days of trading. Now it's down by 21%. And what I really like about this stock is that it's a charging company like no other. Okay, it's an EV charging company, but what it's trying to do is do vehicle to grid integration. So let's say you have a fleet of electric vehicle school buses, and once it's plugged into the grid, the idea is that it will actually sell electricity back to the grid when at peak times of electricity usage, so when electricity is more expensive, and then it'll charge the electric vehicles at lower times when no one's using electricity. So let's say at midnight or 1 a.m. or whatever, after the dinner meal or something like that. So it's sort of vehicle to grid integration system, and it's pretty much saying that when more and more vehicles are going to be electric, we're going to need this more vehicle to grid integration so that there's not such a high volatility of the electricity prices, and so it's a way to stabilize sort of these electric vehicle charging stations, and also to save the consumer some money. Okay, so that's why I really like Newborn Acquisition Corp. And if you go on their investor presentation page, you'll actually find that they have better margins than other electric vehicle charging stocks such as ChargePoint or Blink. Okay, I'm not going to get into that now. I have previous videos that go into that. Okay, and my next stock is actually a pre-SPAC deal, but it's backed by a billionaire successful investor, Ackman. Okay, and this is Pershing Square Tontine Holdings, kind of a funky name there, ticker symbol PSTH. And this is a pre-SPAC deal. So what does this mean? It means that we don't actually know what this stock is, or what this company or this SPAC is going to merge with, okay? But it's one of the biggest SPACs ever, valued at right now $5.36 billion market cap. And we can see over the past month, it has gone up by about 3%. Over the past 6 months, we can see relatively not really any action there. However, we do see that it's relatively stabilized. And I mean, I don't think many people are invested in the stock because they don't know which company this SPAC is going to merge with, okay? But one reason I do like this is because it's backed by Bill Ackman, billionaire investor, okay? And I mean, I think the reason why the stock hasn't taken off lately is probably because it hasn't announced a merger yet. And I mean, the risk of this is that no merger occurs, and we get our money back, but we don't get a merger, right? And so it's definitely one risk is that we don't know exactly what stock that this Pershing Square Tontine Holdings will merge with. Okay, so investors definitely, if they invest in this stock, they believe that if a deal is announced in the next few months, that the transaction would close before mid-June 2021. And so they added that because Ackman's a billionaire investor, he will attract, of course, attention, and we'll get a nice deal for potentially a SPAC to go through. Okay, Ackman will get on TV, but also be investing a significant sum alongside PSTH in a pre-committed pipe at $20 further, providing support to the transaction value. Okay, so again, I think watch out for this one to potentially blow up as soon as a SPAC deal is announced. Okay, and so I haven't invested in this yet, but I think I might invest in this, as I do think that this might be a pretty significant opportunity to get some nice gains. Okay, my next stock is one that I am invested in currently, and that's Apex Technology Acquisition Corp, ticker symbol APXT. And this is involved in right now the Microsoft 365 cloud space, and specifically the software as a service side. Okay, so in their investor presentation, they say how One, the amount of cloud usage is going up. The amount of things that we're doing online is increasing, and that gives us a challenge to the security of our online data. And so this company basically services Office 365 and provides services to 365, Microsoft Teams, and the cloud space, etc. Okay, so I do think, it's projected that the cloud space is going to increase in the amount of growth from right now. It's a couple tens of billions of dollars into like hundreds of billions of dollars by 2025. And I don't think the work from home system will go anywhere even when the pandemic is over. I think this is a space that will only continue to grow. And if you look at their margins, these cloud software as a service companies like AvePoint, which again is going to reverse merge with Apex, has very high margins, which means a lot of the revenue that they come in goes straight to the bottom line. So again, I think that this cloud computing company will benefit largely from that. Okay, and it already has high income streams, high margins, and again, the cloud space is not going anywhere and it's only growing. Okay, so take a look at their investor presentation. Again, I go over it in some of my previous videos. You can check out. And another one of these is Arrival stock. This is, again, I'm not invested in this yet. It's one of the more riskier ones. As we can see, it's blown up by over 100% in just like the past month and a half. It reached the highs of over $36 when Kramer went on live and pumped the stock up like crazy. It's down by 21% over that. And this is a UK electric vehicle company that focuses on electric buses, sort of like minivans, electric minivans, electric buses. And again, this stock is more speculative because it does have a lot of downside, as we can see here, 916 million market cap right now. And a lot of this is still just based off of hype. However, I still think it could do very, very well coming into 2021, especially with, again, like I said, the Biden presidency pushing up environmental stocks like this, okay, EV stocks. And finally, the last one is actually a fintech company called Foley Trasimene Acquisition 2 Corp. Very, very interesting name. As we can see on the past month, it's up by about like 26%, close to 26%. Not as huge as some of the other stocks we've seen, but still pretty significant upside, I believe. And this is one that I have discovered. I need to do a bit more research, but I think this could be a very, very interesting play. And what it is, it's fintech company called Paysafe, and it's SPAC deal with BFT. And it's supposed to be like the fintech is supposed to be the future of finance, okay, incorporating finance and technology. All right. And this Mark Hake is actually saying that BFT stock's SPAC merger deal is worth at least 40% more than its present price. Okay. Saying Bill Foley is quite proud of his latest acquisition, et cetera, which is this same stock that I just presented. The presentation for the deal to become with Paysafe, a UK fintech company, spends an inordinate amount of time talking about Foley's illustrious acquisition history. Despite all this, I think BFT stock is worth 40% more than its price today. Okay, it's not because Bill Foley has his hands over this deal. Foley's companies will have a huge stake in the combined company. Frankly, it looks to me like Foley's companies are actually almost acquiring control of Paysafe, with the public owning less than 22.5%. Okay, so I need to look a bit into this more, but it looks like, fintech is the future of finance, and BFT stock is a little known SPAC stocks that could actually blow up significantly more than what it already has in the past month. Okay, so these are my 4 SPAC deals right here. I hope you enjoy them. Let me know exactly what you think about these companies. I appreciate all the support, so be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. There are some links down below in the description which you can check out. And I look forward to doing more videos in 2021. Take care, everyone.